Hello, welcome to Throwing Up Bricks. I'm Steve, and today's Build of the Week live edition, we're working on the Lego Lucky Knots, set number 40756, part of the Lego Chinese Spring Festival collection. This particular set was a gift with purchase. I believe it was $75 or more, and you got one of these. A limited edition, says right there, in many languages. So it comes with 2 lucky knots, can be given as a gift. You can get a little gift tag on there. So let's get to building. As always, if you join us in the live, the chat feature is on. And no matter when you're watching us, we invite you to hit the subscribe button so that you can keep up with all of our builds. Turn the notification bell on and you'll be notified when we have a live coming up. This one wasn't scheduled in advance, so nobody will be watching it live unless you saw it accidentally. And if you are watching, welcome. Okay, got bag 1, bag 2. 2 sets of instructions for the 2 different sets. Okay, 2 stickers. Let's start with bag number 1, which is this one. Now, the Builder app was not available for this particular set, so we'll be using the paper instructions today. And for anybody that's never watched any of our builds before, I do prefer to use the Builder app for my instructions, just because they're a little clearer and easier to decipher sometimes. Lots of little pieces involved in this set, so we'll try to get them sorted out the best we can and get these assembled. Not a whole lot of pieces in this one, 317 in fact. So an easy one to do. This would be a good one to do for 2 people because there's 2 in there. Separate sets of instructions and all. So yeah, good project for 2 people, 2 kids, adult and a child, or whomever. Lots of these little red rings. Just personal building preference. I like to get everything kind of sorted out first. That way it makes it a little easier as I'm building. And just do it on the desktop here with this neoprene mat. Things tend to stay in place pretty well. Otherwise, they will tend to roll away. Now, some people like to use little trays, sorting trays. I don't really, unless there's a lot of teeny little pieces and I'm working on a harder surface. Most of the time I just will use this surface, nice flat, soft, keeps things from rolling too far away. Always check your bags. You never know when a little piece might get stuck in there, and then you'll get, and it's most of the time it's going to be all the way at the end of your build. You're like, okay, where's this last piece? So check your bags just to be sure. All right, lots of little pieces. We're not going to sort all these out just because that would take forever. Hey, it's like battleship pegs. You sunk my battleship. I'll separate it out, and then we'll just get started. Okay. So as I said, this was a gift with purchase. You can find this set online on the resale market. eBay had several of them, in fact. And why don't we go ahead? We'll take a look here online. So at currently lego.com, they do have the set listed, just so you have the information on it, all the pictures of what that set actually looks like. Looks kind of neat hanging on the wall there. But they showed it as a $29.99 set, but was gift with purchase, not available anymore. But if you did a Google search for the Lego Lucky Knots, this is the resale market right now. Most of them on eBay, anywhere from $19.95 all the way up to upper 30s, $39.99. Oop, there's one for $80. Good luck with that. So if you want to buy one, they are available. They're fairly inexpensive, so you can do that. And it's a neat little set. Good to add to the collection, good to give away as a gift. And as I already said, it'd be a good one to work on with someone else. Lego generally puts out a pretty wide variety of the Spring Festival and Lunar New Year type sets. There were some others out there that kind of went with this one. I believe there was a money tree. Not really part of the set, but it kind of goes. You got there was a 3-in-1 builder set that had pandas, so you could throw all that together. There was a couple new botanicals that came out. There was a lucky bamboo, which would go with this. And also the lucky cat, which we have a short of that build. So check that one out in our content online on the YouTubes. These 6. The lucky cat, we did that one, and that one turned out really cool. It's it has the paw that waves. There we go. I'll try to figure this out. It's got the, see, the builder app, you can just spin that thing around so that you can tell what it is a little better. So we just get the pieces there set off at a 90 degree. So if you've done this set or you've done any of the other Lunar New Year or Spring Festival sets, go ahead and drop a comment in there. Let us know how it went. If you have any issues, if you displayed the set in your house, hung it on the wall or whatever, let us know. So we're going to put 3 of these together. So if you're new to the channel, I'll let you know that we try to do a build a week, and a lot of times those will be we'll do a live on Sundays if we're around. Didn't have one last Sunday because we were out of town, but if we're available, try to do a live build every Sunday, and occasionally we'll throw out a YouTube short of something else we've worked on. We're not sponsored by anyone, as you can tell by our subscriber count. I think it currently stands at 15. We're not making any money off of YouTube, so this is just for fun. We like to build the Lego, so why not share it with everyone, or 15 people in this case. But we thank you for watching. Try to keep it oriented like it is in the instructions, because otherwise my brain's going to get confused. It doesn't take much for that to happen. So as you would imagine, lots of reds and some yellows accents the red being a lucky color. Got the barky dog in the background. These little loops are kind of neat. I don't know if I've seen those in another set or not. Probably not. I don't know what you would use them for. Of course, with Lego, you never really know, because they'll use all sorts of stuff in different ways. Like, I don't know how many times I've had a build and there was a frog involved, and not as a frog, it's as something else. I mean, heck, what's it, this one? Yeah, the Ferrari F40. Talk about not really used as its intended purpose. The rear view mirrors are spoons, or side view mirrors. So yeah, you never know what you're gonna see. So who knows what that the little loops would have been used for in a different set, or maybe they're unique to this one. Who knows? Yeah, got a round piece. It's already got the decal painted on there. That's nice. One less decal we have to do. Orient that correctly. For these and for these, I think. Never really know sometimes with the Lego, the colors are not always what they should be, so you just kind of take a rough guess, and then if you end up without pieces later on, you know that maybe that wasn't the one you were supposed to use. So we'll go with this. Nice layered effect there. There's that step for that. All right, now we're going to be making 4 of these. So we'll go ahead and get those set up. We're going to need all these and 8 of the little brown pieces. And 8 of these. 2, 8. All right, so what do we do? Take the hearts, which Valentine's Day is coming up, so there's also a whole lot of Valentine Lego out there. Go check out your local Lego store or wherever you buy Lego. Buy Lego for the one you love, assuming they like Lego. Otherwise, don't buy Lego for the one you love. All right, so I'll make 4 of those. And they fit all around. Make sure all the pieces are tight. last one here. Coming together. Oh, goodness. Did we use one where we shouldn't have used one? It says we need 4 of these. I think we may have goofed early on. Let me look back here. We made that one side piece. That one right there is supposed to be yellow. So we'll see if we can take that one apart without having to take all the whole thing apart. Nope. Well, the fun of Lego is that you never once you get relaxed and you think you know what you're doing, that's when it all comes apart. All right, see if we can just pop this piece off without having to take the whole deal apart. There we go. All right, minimal damage. Not colorblind, honest. Snap these pieces on the frame here. There we go. All right. Crisis averted. It's all back together. Now let's get back to where we were. So you got 4 of these now, back to the way it should be. And you can usually assume that if you're missing a piece, it's not because Lego forgot to put it in. It's because, in my case, I screwed up. That's the case more times than not. There was an occasion where I actually was missing some pieces, but that does not happen often. But if it does happen, contact Lego, and they are really good with their customer service, and they will be happy to send you out whatever piece you're missing. It won't be a super quick process, and as long as you're willing to wait to finish your build a few weeks, then it's not a problem. Speaking of problems, I'm noticing more things that I've screwed up, which happens. Just put this piece on upside down, that's all. So correct that issue and move on. All right, now step 14. And these fit in between the hearts. So it's got a it's got kind of like a, I don't know, stitching or quilted type pattern to it. It's not going together correctly. So it could be I was mistaken, which again happens. No. That should go in the hole there. Okay, we'll try to get these all lined up so that they fit the way they should. Push those all the way down. And that we've got these set up correctly. I'm just not happy with how those are sitting together. Seems like they should fit in there better. So that leads me to believe that I got those on upside down. So we'll experiment with one of these to see if it is in fact better the other way. So this is the way we had it. So let's set it up that way and stick it on there, which could be no, that doesn't fit on there either. Interesting. Let's go back to that step and make sure that I put these on the correct way. Okay, so we get the ring with the bump. We put that on like that, flip it over, and then set that down on the hook. Okay, so it should be like yay. And we didn't do anything else to it. Until we get to this step. And those just do not sit. So no matter which direction you have the thing set up, they do not sit correctly. Well, this piece should be slightly lower. What I'm going to do is, see, I probably put the wrong, maybe it's the metal ring, but it doesn't look like the metal ring. But I don't see metal rings anywhere else in here. This is where the builder app would be better, because you can't really tell the difference between the colors of these rings. All right, so we're going to try one with the metal ring. So metal ring on there. Put that down, and that will sit. So that must be what it is, and I just misinterpreted the instructions, because now that piece sits nice and flush and snug. So I'll have to take off these 3 rings and remove that and replace it with the little metal one. Shoot my eye out. So not the greatest of instructions, or just not clear enough for me. Others probably would have figured that one out pretty easy, but no. So there you go. Step 11, that, I guess is the little, no, that little ring right there is one of these metallic ones and not one of these gold colored plastic ones. Go figure. So we'll peel those 4 off and swap them out. They fit a whole lot better this way. I prefer not having to go back and rebuild all the Lego that I've done, but hey, gotta get it right, huh? Okay, so we got those on there, and you can probably see now that from top of that ring to the inset of that piece is flush, so when you set that other piece on there, it just sits right on. So that makes more sense. I'll put the rest of these together. There we go. Making it harder on myself than it has to be. So we got the hearts in there, we got those pieces in there. We're on step 15. like we have to build 2 of these. These are just the hanging tassels. Got these little chain pieces. So 2 of those. And those just clip on to there. Alright, now we're going to build 2 more tassels, kind of with the remaining pieces that we have here. And start with 3 of these. Four, call them battleship pegs. Chain and a tassel. So just like that. So 2 of those. And those slide on to the pegs down here at the bottom. Wow, there are a lot of leftover pieces. All right, so now we can put the decal number 1. Right there. So that little printed piece that's on the inside is hidden in there. And there you have knot number 1. Set that lucky knot off to the side. Lots of leftover pieces. We'll just slide them up here because you never know, we might need some for the next. So that's instruction booklet number 1. We'll get rid of that. And this one got a little wrinkled. Other set of instructions for bag number 2 and the second knot. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the second one is going to be very similar to the first one. sea of red and yellow pieces here. All sorted out and get knot number 2 on the way. I always kind of wondered if somebody was colorblind and they wanted to put Lego together, what would it end up looking like? Little pieces, we'll just kind of let most of those stand on their own. We'll sort through it as we need them. And we'll try to remember to use the correct pieces this time. Aside from that one little hiccup we had, well, a couple little hiccups we had on the first one, still say this is a pretty good set for a couple of people to work on together. It's according to the box there, it's a 10 plus set, which I could see that. A lot of little finicky pieces here, so pardon me. So 10 seems appropriate for me. Alright, we got to remember we make 3 of these. And we do them all in yellow. This last time we did one in red and we were looking for the red piece later on. Like, haha. So these all 3 start with a yellow as the base. Got our three together. And just go on the ends like so. This is the one that we used the wrong piece last time. We used a red instead of yellow. So, trying to learn from our mistakes so that we can make new mistakes the next time. Okay. Looks right so far. And if these lucky knots are truly lucky, I think I'll hang these all over the house. Put them in my car, take them to work. That one piece that's already printed goes in the middle there, but it's going to be completely covered up later on by this piece, so you'll never see it again until you tear it down, but it's in there. When you build it, you'll know you put it in there, but nobody else will. Okay, this is where I screwed up last time. I had to put this hoop on these little pegs. I tried to use that as the base. It's actually the little metallic looking ring. So we'll do it right the first time because it's not as much fun to take it all apart and do it all again. Jumping away. So we'll just assemble these. There we go. And it wasn't an aesthetic thing, like, oh, it's the wrong color. It's because the metal ring is thinner than this gold piece. With the gold piece on there, the ring was sitting up too high, and then the next piece didn't fit flush on top. So makes the whole thing come together a lot easier. And we'll take our little heart size shaped pieces and we'll slap on these and do that 4 times. There. So we got a little heart piece with this stitching pattern and 2 little brown flowery pieces. We'll do that 4 times. So the Spring Festival collection that I put out this year, it's some neat pieces. The Lucky Cat was probably our the favorite one to build. It's fun to have on the shelf. Like all the other Lucky Cat statues that you can buy or figures that you can buy, the one arm kind of waves, and it does so in the Lego version also. And it's neat when you build it, the little mechanism that you assemble to make the moving arm is unexpected. Spoiler alert if you haven't built it. There's a tire inside, uses a tire as the counterweight so that the arm will move. And it doesn't move for very long. It gets you maybe 2-3 waves out of it before it stops moving again, but still it's pretty cool for a Lego to have kind of a pendulum in there. 3. So that one, the Lucky Bamboo, there was like a plum blossom, botanical, and a few other pieces. There was a good collection of Spring Festival Lego this year. All right. Get the layer. So you noticed about the first one, it's just layer upon layer building. It's a really neat effect. So once again, I'll invite you to subscribe to our channel. Hit the subscribe button there, and we try to do a build a week. Sometimes it's just a live. We'll try to do a live on Sundays if we're available. Different sets all the time. If there's a particular set that you wanted to see, not talking giant expensive stuff, but something you wanted to see build, or heck, we want to build it all at the same time and build together, let us know. Drop a comment in the video comments and we will try to accommodate. Otherwise, we'll just pick through the bag of Lego that we have sitting around and build what we want to build. And we do have a whole lot of Lego sitting around that need to be built. Now, if we could just find a place to display them all, that would be great. Because you end up with more Lego than display space. Sure, that's a common problem. So, tassel time. So make 2 of these short tassels. just clip onto here. Now we make the longer tassels. Yeah, I think I shorted the previous build. In fact, I know I did. So I'll have to go back and add some pieces to the first knot that we built, which explains the large leftover pile. I figured I screwed up somewhere. There's 4 of those pieces, and we throw that on there, and this is where I screwed up on the other one. I forgot to use another one of these pieces here. So instructions, follow the instructions. All right, so we put one on the tassel, and then we stick it on there, so it adds an extra link. So I'll have to do that go back and put those on there like I'm supposed to do the first time. You got to be suspicious when you have too many pieces. Just like this. So we got 3 of those. If I could learn to count. 3 of those to go together. And then the stick. Then the chain. There we go. That's better. We'll do this one right the first time. So 3 golden ones, 4 of the red, like battleship peg looking pieces, the chain, and then the tassel gets 1 gold piece, and that attaches to the chain there, and then they'll slide on there. There we have it. That's the end of that portion. All we have left to do is slap the decal on the cover piece so that little round piece in the middle that had the little printing on it, that gets covered up completely. And in dramatic fashion, that is the second knot. So while we got it here, I'll go ahead and correct my error on the first one. Not a huge deal, but I want to get it right. We'll just add a gold piece to the end of the tassel there. There we go. Still a few extra pieces. Throw those in the treasure chest, use it on something else. And there we have the Lego Lucky Knots set 40756, 10 years plus, 317 pieces. Again, this was a gift with purchase recently, $75 or more purchase, and you got one of these. Nice little set, pretty easy to do, and then all you have left to do is figure out where to put them. You just hang them by the top loop, and there you go. So thanks for watching today. Once again, I'm Steve with Throwing Up Bricks. If you enjoyed this one and any of our other videos, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell on, We appreciate you watching. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next build.